Ruby, the instigator. Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only things you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
Says the shadowy figure by the machine.
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
Ow. As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways. Cover your ears. No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience, way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell us she's under arrest. You're under arrest.
Really now? Check this
Oh, freaking no. She doesn't dial in her hand. Ow. You're overwhelmed by a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood vessel exploded in your brain. What's happening to me?
Using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing is the Ulan frequency. Blasted from the pale emitter Fat Angus mentioned. I saw your equations. It's the Ulan frequency. You're using one of those devices to send signals through the pale on me.
Wow. Check out the big brains on you.
She sounds impressed.
You're not entirely wrong. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale. Literally crunch the distance across it. Signals
Oh, my brain.
a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys.
She
Not
pauses.
a job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
He gestures towards something with great effort.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking and you might just get an opportunity to break loose. Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
She nods towards her torture device. And she's proud of it too, as she ought to. This is way beyond your abilities.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah, way beyond.
She says her death ray and the law officials trapped in it. Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end.
She hesitates.
It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
Could you please turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Turn this.
Lieutenant clutches his head, grimacing.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun.
Oh, phew. She steps reluctantly out of the shadows. The pain lessens. Ah. The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking and you'll get through this. Pain threshold. Destroy the machine. How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
Fighting bullets under floorboards? Okay, then I have other questions.
What?
Did you shoot Lily?
doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
Hmm. You're right. Claudia was the first to share her suspicions.
Nah, she didn't crack. She's a survivor. If she told you anything, it was to save herself.
She smiles bitterly.
But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Hmm. Your first guess wasn't entirely off.
Titus and his boys, man. They told us you were on the coast.
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it. If this is what happens to people who people like,
She pauses, taking it in. A dull despair is creeping into her
how
voice.
the fuck do the rest of you get by?
Wait, wasn't it you who called me the human canniper? It's not personal. I opened them up. I do have to ask a question, and I have some for you. Honestly, I don't know how I do it. I just stumbled in here.
I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me.
She scoffs.
Fuck them all the same.
I do it by asking questions.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
She adjusts her grip on her gun. Yeah, I mean, I think I mentioned this before, but like, there's so many things that don't add up with her being the suspect. So I don't want to pin it on her first. We just need to ask her what she knows. Would you say that Lily was a likable person?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
You don't feel sympathy for the mercs?
Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do.
Do you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here. I'm listening.
Do you have an alibi for when Layla was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for.
You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time.
Investigation has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Play pinball much?
No. Not since I was 14 and hanging out in the only diner in Dardun. Haven't been into low-risk, no-reward games since moving to the city. Why?
There were some mysterious pinball machines and some pretty mysterious rooms in the whirling. Never mind the pinball then.
Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in supernatural mysteries.
What about elevators? Do you like elevators?
The fuck do elevators have to do with anything?
Do you or don't you?
Not particularly.
Not even quaint old rickety ones?
I'm not really into old shit for old shit's sake.
God damn it!
The lieutenant grabs his head. Look, there's a secret way.
Don't know it, but also...
She frowns, studying her face. Evaluating your competence as a police officer.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it downstairs.
Yeah, that's true.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
The pain stops him from finishing the sentence. That didn't go super well. You gotta lay something better on her. Do you have any flowers for Claudia on the roof?
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
They weren't just flowers, they were symbols of the revolution.
So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on.
But Claudia was mourning.
I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too.
Okay, so she didn't leave the Maybells
Why
either.
not?
You have a gun.
And
Do you have another gun somewhere?
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout. Where did you get it?
The gun store.
What gun store?
Happy Jack's.
Really? Trigger Happy Jacks?
That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
What kind of gun is it?
Knocked away 80 front loader. 2-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
That isn't it.
Do you collect guns, maybe old
No,
rifles?
they're not practical. Break too often. Yeah. Evidence.
You like to hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
What's so great about her antenna?
Very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
Well, is that the only reason you hung out on the roof?
The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia.
So you're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
Okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything. Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him. And there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
There's rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't?
She shrugs.
You know, I can still see him there, in Claudia's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version. She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity.
It's okay. We just want to...
He struggles to finish the sentence.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Claudia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
She said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
How did you manage to come up with a plan so quickly?
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed? Her idea?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy boys.
Leslie knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise. That's bad. She'd be so calm.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Lily herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
The lieutenant forced himself to finish the sentence.
War?
She purses her
Not
lips.
my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going, fuck it.
She
I'm not
shrugs.
responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
This is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop. That strange distant fear is getting close now. It's a fear of yourself. What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you.
She looks at you quizzically.
Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Ow. Through the sun-sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Effing hell, why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly, like a vein exploded. Who's everyone? How did you know this?
think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too. Tell me what's my name if you know that about me. You must know my name.
Harry Dubois.
She replies quickly.
One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to la puta madre.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the take. Criminals make up boogeyman stories about cops all the time. All this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you. I don't know. It sounds pretty convincing to me. He's dangerous, right?
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to know about all this, but I lost my memory recently.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure la puta madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this madre anyway?
You know what I did. I fucked him over.
She pauses.
Now I have Harry can opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Do you know about the bunker next door?
What bunker?
Communist hideout back there.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Her voice trails off into the white noise in your head. It feels like an aneurysm is approaching. Ow. Oh no, I don't want to die. Keep calm. Breathe in. After the pain recedes, it's a little clearer. Momentary window of clarity. Okay, do it. Break the thing. Ah, oh, yes. You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but... Whisper over your shoulder. You okay, Kim?
All good, officer. Be careful.
Lieutenant hunches, recovering. She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
She puts the barrel of the gun to her mouth. Redrick, no! What are you doing?
Problem solving.
She mutters.
Put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problems. You are...
Oh, yes it is.
Oh, frick. No! 20%. Ah! Oh my gosh. She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options. What options? You know, maybe I can still talk her out of it. Please, put your hands up. Just walk away. I wish I could just let you go, but I have to follow protocol. Maybe I can still talk her out of it. This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives. This is how you talk her out of it. You need to give her options. Just walk away. She stares at you frozen, the gun still in her mouth, her eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Her neck and shoulders relax. Her grip on the gun loosens. You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go.
Day of miracles.
She says, pulling the gun out of her mouth. Eyes fixed on you, then she turns her gaze to the tunnel behind you. She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Good call.
The lieutenant is still unsteady on his feet. I did my
I
best.
would have done the same had I not been incapacitated.
He has to catch his breath. I didn't think she did it. I mean, like she was saying, no one heard the gunshot if it was from the roof, right? Like, especially Claudia herself. She said she didn't hear anything.
Her tent. We should check it out.
She points back to the cavern. And even if she did do it, like, there's no reason someone should die, right? Like, if anything, it's better that she is alive still. There's no reason for her to kill herself. Okay. That was intense. Cooking utensils. She has prepared herself with porridge and bananas. Oh, dromine. Nice. Okay. We don't need to heal ourselves right now, but... dark water trails into the distance. There's no way out. Okay, I want to equip this bag. We were so freaking lucky there with the rhetoric. We rolled an 11 there. That was amazing. I just want to equip my bag in case there's anything, any extra money or something we can find. What's this? Oh, nice, $8. Okay, let's look at the tent. The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. It was pitched by practiced hands. She's used to camping out. Look inside. The tent looks old but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes. Shine your flashlight on the books. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
The lieutenant peeks over your shoulder, sift through the magazines. Rega Monthly, Journal of Material Science, a more technological digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine, it's a leather notebook. A notebook. You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
Okay. There's nothing else. Alright. Ruby's journal. Well-loved journal with a brown leather cover and the brand name Schneller embossed on the back. It seems to have served as a loyal friend to a lonely traveler. A thick journal. The cover is worn, like someone used to carry it around in their pocket. Examine the cover. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. Unwind the strap. The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its rules pages have been filled. Study the handwriting. Large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently. Perhaps too confidently. Many phrases have been, and even paragraphs have been crossed out with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins. Flip through the pages. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
What kind of logistics? It's hard to tell exactly. Mostly written down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Okay. What are the diagrams of? Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor. Sketches, calculations of distance and density. You can make out a familiar spiral shape. Anything personal? Short ride observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also what appear to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. The way to some of those question marks trail off into the ellipses. She was going through a tough time. How far back did the entries go? The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. Read simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable. What did she write the day Lily died? Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though. Well, that's bound to come to bite me in the egg. I'm bad at this, loyal to a fault, but that's another matter entirely. Darn it. Okay, we need to, put logic on. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it. Okay, so we'll check number 5 again. After we switch our clothes. Anything about La Puta Madre? The name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? Do you see an M, though? La Puta Madre? M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th. Read the entry from March 9th first. Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching, but also I feel it in my gut, to finally put a bullet in my head. While I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break, well, I won't stick around to just twist my own neck constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, this isn't what I've been doing ever since I got the call. The call? Did M call it personally? Why? Were you supposed to find her, even apart from the investigation then, on M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake. You didn't follow through. You should have shot her in the head. This is a coincidence. I would never kill people for a mob boss. I mean, we don't know, but I don't want to say that we should have done it. The thought steadies your nerves. The journal starts shaking in your hand. Read the entry from March 12th. Been holding here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example, but experience tells me. Did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He have to know if he threatened people. They take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures, first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly. What's the most recent entry? The most recent entry is from today, it reads. Even if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run, not really my idea of the open road, man. I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed.
The lieutenant taps on the page. That would be a first or a fourth, but who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed. If she didn't do it, maybe it's good that we didn't catch her.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her.
He frowns.
Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Especially if she has problems with the Madre.
That's true. I guess we could have potentially told her that we were going to catch her, but I don't know if... I was kind of afraid she was going to shoot herself, so I didn't necessarily want to say... Because I think it was Rhetoric who said that we needed to give her an option, right? We can't just say, like, I have no choice but to arrest you, right? Then she could have still shot herself, potentially. Kim, I'm really La Puta Madre agent.
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
He looks you straight in the eye for a moment, then sighs. His trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it. Then who do you think killed the merc?
Could have been Titus. Then again...
But no one heard the shot.
Maybe there's a hardy boy we've yet to meet who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Okay. Let's up our logic. I think we can wear this. I think that should be enough. Right? Yeah. Let's just put on more logic just in case. Items. Interact. Flip through the pages again. Number 5. She was referring to betraying her previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense? Okay. Put the journal away. Wow, we have so many skill points. Holy crap. A lot of stuff went down. Are you left with the Madre's peon? Return to the whirling after the whole instigator debacle. Someone there has something to answer to. Ruby said you were notoriously corrupt crowd, Lupo the Madre's peon. That's why she was scared of you. When you get the chance, call your station to find out more if you dare. Okay. Guess that's it. That was crazy. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna take a break really quick. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and we'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Let's see. So we can go back to the Whirling and Rags. Call the station. Ask about the tattoos. Check the island for the last thing. Okay, I don't know if we can warp still. No. Let's get out of here. We don't need to go that way. Well, I still want Kim around. Okay, let's try again. No, can't fast travel. Why it got to be broken? Oh, this is the wrong way. My bad. Let's get out of here. Walking all the way back. Stop. Now. It is time. For what? Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue soul. What am I supposed to do? Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand. Your fingers reflexively reach for your Villier's 9mm pistol in your pocket. I'm not sure if I feel ready for what lies ahead.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Oh. So we need our gun in our hand, I guess? I'm scared. Okay, so let's equip all our armor and stuff. Oh, we need their gloves, though. Logic perception. Okay. Equip this one times our most dire. Savoir-faire. Maybe we should up all our motoric things. Feel like that would kind of be smart, I guess. Savoir-faire, composure, shivers, check it. And physical, probably, right? If we need our gun for something, that would make the most sense. Pain threshold half-light. Okay. Composure, reaction speed, probably better. Half-light. Oh, we need our thingy. And then Empire Volition. Logic. Our shirt. Okay, we don't need a different shirt. Logic Authority. Savoir-faire. Visual Calculus. Spirit of Course Shivers. Jacket. Reaction Speed. Rhetoric. Logic. Perception? Reaction Speed probably, right? Okay, not our shirt. Shivers, physical instrument. We don't want mine as physical instrument. I don't think that's a good idea. Rhetoric, empathy. Empathy. Perception. Encyclopedia. Nope. Don't need. Drama, electrochemistry. Logic. Logic. Suggestion, half-light. Not a good idea. Empathy, hand-eye coordination. No, that's probably better. Reaction speed down. Spirit decor, endurance, reaction speed. Drama. Pain threshold. This is probably best, right? For our neck. Conceptualization, suggestion. Physical instrument, shivers. Okay. So I guess this is our best loadout. I guess if we're doing something that we need our gun with.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
There's a feverish gleam in his eyes.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
Titus remains calm.
Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gaze. His chest rises and falls under the shamrock breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. There's something very wrong with him. He's dangerous. The lieutenant raises his left hand.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
Her tone is frighteningly motionless.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street? This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
She sounds very sure of herself. Okay. Sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna turn on the voice acting for full.
Easy, Lizzie.
His voice is almost gentle.
Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it. Peaceful.
It sounds like the armored figure is weeping. Oh, that's this guy.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
Lieutenant points to the helmeted figure.
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them all, heavily armed.
The big one is the mercenary at the gates, the scab leader.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
He nods. What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
We're out of time. This is.
The Mercenary Tribunal.
Lieutenant nods. We have to. Stop this as the police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backward. It's the only word you can make out. No one needs to die here today.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted
Oh my
man.
gosh.
Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out first. Get under his skin. I don't know about this getting under his skin. What if he gets under yours? I'm barely keeping your hand from trembling here.
Hand-eye coordination low. Legendary, okay. Oh, okay, I don't know what happens. Or I don't know what to say. Let's see. Listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did that?
Hmm. He wants to hear who it is, though, right? I mean, we let Ruby go. So I feel like if we blame it on her, then they can't do anything about it, right? Or do we just want to go with the truth? Oh man, it's so hard to decide. I mean, we should probably just say what he wants to hear, right? To pin it on somebody.
Yeah? Who the fuck is Ruby?
He puts his hand on the gun.
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
A suspect. Ruby is a suspect we chased down on the coast. She was hiding.
She fled, trapped us and fled like killers do.
You think I'm fucking stupid? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? Huh?
There's a dangerous gleam in his eye.
Go ahead.
He points a gun at Elizabeth.
Some other cunt on the coast one more time.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, please.
She raises both
This
hands.
cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
Oh my gosh. Please, 42. Oh my
Your mind
freaking
focuses
gosh.
to her. All you can see is the
No.
revolver in the man's armored hand, swaying, pointed at her. You move your mouth like a fish gasping for air.
She wasn't even there. Oh my gosh, no! This is horrible.
The shot rings in your ears, a low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
The woman grabs her left side. She's down. Her white shirt soaks a blood red around her abdomen. She gasps for air.
Fuck this!
The man starts pulling something out of his pocket.
There's a coarse shuffle against something. Is it a gun?
Gene! Cancel Lizzie! Now!
The big man raises his hand.
He'll be ripped apart. They all will. The moment the third man opens fire. And he knows it.
Oh my gosh. I should have just clicked this, right? $58, please.
Of course.
No!
Nothing bad will happen. Talk about his dead friend. He seems stable enough to take it.
Am I sure he's already shot one person?
Even better, it will further destabilize him, cost him time, and maybe even lives.
Oh my god.
About my brother, Lloyd.
This is so bad. He squeezes the words out from between his clamped lips, his hand on the pistol.
Okay, yes. Immediate failure. Things are worse now. He's observing your every motion carefully.
Rhetoric. Oh my gosh, frick. Should I race this? I don't know if it's even worth it.
Rude. Rude is the killer.
The armored man,
Rude, the killer. Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
the armored woman smiles a vicious smile.
All of you cunts inside out.
The killer
The gunner.
gestures for himself.
The killer.
He points towards the woman. He points towards the figure clad in entirely ceramic plate.
What do you think he does?
There, on the rim of Owen Cloven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21.
Count the figures.
About 50 little stick figures. All of them black, plus 2 little white ones in the end.
I don't want to say this. This is kind of weird. Darn it. I should have just pressed it, I guess.
Huh?
He just stares at you with watery eyes.
What are we waiting for? Let's blow that pig fucking mouth off his face.
Lance Corporal, just fucking shut up and wait for your order.
You're all drunk. Look at yourselves.
Yes. So what?
Yeah? So what? You should be drunk too. It's insane how long it's been since your last drink. Get one in you right now.
I don't need a drink right now. For gosh sake, the gardener just got shot.
Fucking horrible. A girl got shot. Because of you, only warm alcohol will help soothe the guilt.
This is the worst.
Shut up. Let him think. Too much is on the line. He's not gonna fuck it up because of you. I won't let you.
Oh, Volition, you are my homie. Your judgment is impaired. You'll regret this.
Nah.
He wipes the sweat from his
I'm
brow.
clear as day. Fucking government ordained super soldier.
Enough
The ones of your...
Come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again, and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
Got them arguing. The outburst is accompanied by yellow saliva around his mouth. Will this be helpful or hurtful?
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
Working together. She knew you're out of control. She told me. Man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening.
Now is not a good time to strike. He's looking right at your hands. Do something else. Get him distracted.
She knew you're out of control.
She's gone, you stupid fuck. Sailed off 5 minutes ago. She doesn't give a shit about you, Silos.
As you look to the bay, you see a small green sail on the horizon. By the crumbling sea fort, growing smaller.
Stay cool. How is she?
Titus shouts to his men in the background.
I'll be okay. I'll be...
Her bloody hand on her heart starts shaking.
She'll be gone soon, too. Company bitch is gone. Lely's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
He looks around, tired suddenly. Sad even.
Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun.
Little guy breaks formation.
Hold your ground.
Titus
Ain't
turns...
worry, you run, shoot you myself.
He freaking ran away?
Doing this together.
Titus turns to his men as the other one runs to the yard.
They're afraid, all of them. Trembling reeds in the wind. They'll run, scatter soon, one by one. No, the rest will stay. They will hold their ground, even if it means dying here with you.
Where's Clache? She can explain
Who the
this.
fuck is that?
Glacia, the woman upstairs, where is she?
She left.
The manager calls down from the balcony.
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
Guard, what are you doing here?
What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire. You know how much windows cost?
What do you mean she left?
She left. Her room's cleaned out. Right before these assholes showed up.
We should have arrested her.
The lieutenant whispers, his eyes still on the armed mercenaries.
Hey, Bushman. Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one.
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
Oh dear. I mean, our only chance is this, right? Hand-eye coordination. 42. Ugh. We could raise it more too. I think this is worth it to use all our skill points on. 72. Do I want to risk it for 72 or should I make it higher? You know what? This is a really important moment, so let's just do one more. Okay, 83.
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion.
Look at the smoke rising from the barrel.
The smoke drifts west with the wind. You hear the plaza erupt in violence, slow, like a waterfall in reverse.
Look at Coordinator. There's a hole in his cheek. Blood gushes out. He stumbles backward, eyes filled with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible.
His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, but he can't. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
Where's Kim?
The corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rude. You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it, his eyes in the slit of the helmet, like a camera lens, focusing on you. 0.4 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the barrel, like a honeycomb. This is a knock cannon. It shoots 6 rounds in one pull of the trigger. God, you're so frail. Too frail to think further. Time is running out.
Dodge the shot.
You leap left.
Oh my gosh.
A small angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
I'm alive.
Then tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot. Watch out. To your left, DePaul is about to take a shot too, at Kim.
God, please.
Lieutenant says quietly without trembling. His aims face pale.
2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you.
Did he hit the rifleman?
Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant.
Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and
Oh my gosh.
with blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger.
Look at him in the eye.
The look of vengeance, framed in blood, lips shaking. This is the last thing he'll do on Earth. But he will do it. He is your end. Here it comes. Death.
Oh my gosh. Evade the shot. Holy crap.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll.
Listen through the darkness of pain.
The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying. Someone jumps over you. Nearby gunfire shatters glass.
Stop! The cop! Protect the cop! He's down!
Touch your lower body.
Warm blood pools underneath you. It's sticky, and there's so much of it. Don't go into shock. Hold on.
What parts of me are missing?
Most of what's down there. It's all gone. Open your eyes now. You have to see what's happening.
What do I see?
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain.
Holy crap.
Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
Out of it, a silhouette appears, crashing over you. You hear a familiar voice, filled with urgency and fear. There's a black echo. It smells like apricots and it's always there.
Stay with me.
You feel hot burning tears steaming from your eyes. I can't forget it even when I drank so much.
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
The lieutenant pushes down your wound hard.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And the cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
Kim!
No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world.
Fall into total darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Will I be a ghost now?
Brother, you already were a ghost. Up there, screaming along with all of them, scaring each other, haunting each other. It's the living who are ghosts. The dead are silent. They don't rattle windows or write letters in blood. The living do. Leave them behind. Rest.
Let me back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep. And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs. And feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers. Thrashing in his bone sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved. There was a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call. It was him. He is the infernal engine. He never stops. He only gets worse.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain. It's nothing. You're alive. That's what matters.
Kim,
Sunrise, Parabellum.
the lieutenant says. He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room, with a fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. What happened?
What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued.
Is he dead?
Yes.
You're a real killer, Harry.
I'm a killer.
You're an officer of the RCM.
He continues without waiting for a reply.
As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
I dodged.
Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
He nods. There's a pause.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name.
Eugene?
Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out by then. I think you said something about your wife, and you warned me. I was able to disarm one of them, the Pole, before she got a jump on me.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
The lieutenant takes a cigarette from his coat pocket and lights it. A bitter smell fills the room. And they're all dead? All three?
The Pole was the last to die. Evrard had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate.
Why?
Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe...
He breathes in the fumes, thinking.
Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know.
I thought you only smoked one a day.
This is the one.
So you also killed.
He nods.
How many casualties on the Union side?
4. Glenn, Theo, Angus, the fat one. He took a lot of bullets.
There's a pause.
And Elizabeth too. Elizabeth Beaufort was her name. The gardener.
She didn't make it?
No, she bled out before Evrard's surgeon could help her.
Man.
Evrard sent his personal doctor, but a costly loss for the Union. She was being trained for leadership.
He shakes his head. If I would have presented the theory better to the leader.
She never had a chance. She should not have been there in the first place. There was no way to convince them.
Stop this line of thought now. You're too broken for ghosts.
And that's...
All.
a disaster. I mean, I really don't see how it could have gone any better, really, either. I mean, I think less people could have died, but...
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet.
He rubs his swollen chin.
And we are still alive. Both of us.
He smiles.
His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse. But he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
The room is clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
What did you say, sunrise?
Sunrise parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Isn't that written on your...
My gun, it's engraved on it.
It served you well.
There's a war today.
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say.
He looks out the window.
I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. Yes, we have also completely failed, but that's okay.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Can I walk?
We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
I'm a psycho-locomotor.
Good. You'll need to be. Whatever that is.
Has anyone from my station been to see me?
No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean-Vic Mayer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
They don't care about me at all.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
I haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
Not my station. Who treated me?
I did.
I didn't know you could do that.
It's part of a detective's task chain. You can do it too.
Actually, you can. You can even remove a fractured bullet, it seems.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I try to not move too much.
He rubs his chin.
Things would be worse if you didn't warn me.
There's a pause.
Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me.
Okay.
Easy now.
The lieutenant turns double again before your eyes. An orange hue of pain.
You can take it. Just don't lean on that leg of yours too heavily. Your balance is way off. You feel like you're about to fall over on that thing.
How are you?
Who cares? Who cares about me? It doesn't matter. I'm very bad, Kim. Things are very bad.
The lieutenant looks at you, teetering on your feet.
What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too.
Joyce is gone?
Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines. Or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad.
He looks out the window.
Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Claudia too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
Wait, you checked? She really...
Guard confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up.
Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hangman?
I think the dangerous theory you presented on Claudia, or whatever her name is, was wrong. We have not found a motive or a weapon for her. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
His voice is calm, matter-of-factly. Let's see. Capo de Madre, Maybells. 28% possibility. This is our biggest lead right now. So 28% possibility.
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
Will I nod through some pain?
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
The Maybells.
What?
Yank it out and show the dread flower while it falls to pieces. This one, remember?
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
What about the hole in the wall?
I don't know. That's been there for years.
The footprints.
Yes. God cursed the footprints. Not solving the case for us. Au diable.
How hard can it be to find an antique bullet?
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one. All completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless.
There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches, Revolutionary era.
Thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
The miracle hasn't happened yet. It's not over yet.
He does not know what to reply. Looks out of the window, then back at you. It's morning outside. You think.
I have to locate communism. Communism killed him.
I'm afraid we may not be able to locate communism, detective, on account of it being dead.
Are you sure? I see communism everywhere, telling us what to think, stifling. Ouch, my leg hurts.
Ideology does not have anything to do with the murder investigation at hand. I'm sorry, it does not.
This is because I'm left with the Madre's peon, isn't it?
Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it is not a decisive factor in this case.
You know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is hard.
It really is very hard.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
That's right. Let's give up. Time to start drinking. You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
There's a short pause. I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on the roof upstairs. Taut, plucked like a string by the gust.
Yeah, let's check her room.
Why not?
He extinguishes the cigarette on the sole of his boot.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.